Well, good morning, folks. How are ya? That's my famous Speedo. Let's see if I can change this around here. Oh, here we go. Now we got it full face. You can hear Aretha in the background. Yeah, that's from back in the day. I think that's 68. Chain of Fools. Tell me whom among us has not felt fooled? Especially when you're really smart, you go in and you make a good trade, you think. You stick a stop loss in there. Let's see, we stick that stop loss in there at 26. Because we're in at 32. And we know they can't run our stops, right? And then, hey, how you doing this morning? It opens up 430 points down. Well, not today. Today is only 250 points down. But it's going to be a hellacious stop runner. Gee, what happens? Well, your stop gets hit and your order gets thrown to the floor as a market order. You specified 26, but that was the point at which it became a market order. Guess what you got? 19. And you're like, wow, yeah, I'm on that chain of fools. I've been skinned. Well, let's just think. What could we do to stop that? Let's look at it this way. The best stop is a mental one. And when is all the money made by the market makers? On the open. Because when it opens up down, you have no defense at all. None. So, what I sometimes do, besides using trailing stops, which I take profits, I often wait till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, see if it's going to possibly close below my stop or touch it, and I just get out. Call that good. Anyway, we're treated to a morning where China's imploding again? Well, maybe so. Let's go back and look at my little speedometer here. Okay. There we go. This is a little device I use to track my oscillators. And in this case, this is an oscillator I use to swing trade the gold-based ETFs, or gold stock-based ETFs, GDX and Ring, R-I-N-G. Now, why? Well, I like GDX. It's good. Got a fly in the ointment, known as Barracks, ABX. Barracks is a very sick company, but it's weighted number one, like 16% of the whole GDX. So, Barracks is the tail that wags the dog here. Slight problem. Let's go back and think about this. I like Ring because it puts Barracks in the third weighting position. In other words, it's Goldcorp, Newmont, and then Barracks. Now I'm going to put up a little chart here for you, and you can check it out. This is who I am, and this is where I am. And if you'd like a free copy of Peak Picks, just drop me a line at Hotmail. I'll send you one. I'll send you my subscription link. Subscription link comes with 1 free month, and satisfaction is guaranteed. If you don't like the work I do, let me know. I'll refund your subscription. Now, let's go back here. Let's see who's next. Well, if I had to fix on one particular thing, I think I'd go here. This is one of my favorites. This is the Canadian Gold Reserve. What's that really mean? Well, it means this. It means that the Canadian Royal Mint has a bunch of pretty slick guys there, and they took, and this is them up here, right here. They took and spun their inventory off to the public. So they still have access to the gold they need to mint the Canadian gold maples. But if you buy an ETR, that's an exchange tradable receipt, and you hit the minimum, which is I think 10,000 of them, you call them up and say, my Brinks truck will be there 31 days from now. Please deliver this quantity against my ETRs or my receipts. Your Brinks truck pulls up, you exchange the certificate. If you're getting bars, there's no extra charge. If you're getting coins minted, I think the gold maples are $5 a pop. So there you go. Now, where we see this today is at 1,600 Canadian dollars. That's sort of interesting because the Crimex fraud quotes, which have been vampirizing silver and gold until these guys figured out that they can't do it anymore, which it's coming to that, is 11.46. It's spiked up $6 from 11.40. But if we take and we reduce the Canadian gold reserve by the American exchange rate, it's not $1,600, but it's $1,216. And that is $60 above the Crimex vampire quote. Seems kind of odd, but the only real difference is it is deliverable. Yeah, that's a thing going on. Let's go back to the Speedo. The Speedo here tracks a couple of my oscillators. Now, I have the oscillators for the Dow, and I have the oscillators for the Standard & Poor's, and I have the oscillators for the NAS. It's up to you. My speedometer here runs from -120 to +120. Right now, the day before, the GDX was at +63. Now, last night it went to +65, but I didn't really post that for the sake of this particular chat. Now, go back. Let's look. What's really happening out there? Well, I'll give you a thought, and you go with what you want with this. If you want to see what's happening out there, write for a free copy. In this free copy, you'll get a little bit of a teaser. You'll get a part of a copy of a research report I did for a friend of mine. And with your subscription, you'll get a free copy of this particular one. Now, hold on a second while I check my notes. Jackson Hole, they are scared to death to talk about a gold standard. Yet we know that it's out there. Now, if we talk about a stock that I liked, in addition to the one that I wrote for my friend, this has also been one. And I wrote another one on this for him. But what I noticed today is, after having been dumped on all year, this stock is now starting to take a move. It jumped up. The 13-day exponential moving average jumped up over the 65-day simple average. I use a 65-day because that covers a calendar quarter. This is EMXX, or Eurasian Minerals, and it is deeply involved in copper, but is a prospect generator. What's a prospect generator? It's a company that goes out and looks for stuff and then finds people to sell it to. In this case, they've got 2 or 3 large prospects going. They're owned by a couple boutique houses who have taken position in them, and generally speaking, show me a favorable configuration after getting a tar beat out of it by the entire market. Now, the other thing you need to know, and I don't have a picture of that, so I'll go to Zero Hedge, who's got to be my favorite guys, and let's go to their front-running section. I advise you, if you want, to watch Zero Hedge. That's absolutely my favorite rumor monger. Problem is, it's like conspiracy theories. They turn out to be facts. So here you get front running in the morning, and it tells you what they think's going on. One of the things they think going on is the fact that we have China unloading about 10% of its U.S. Treasury bonds a month so far. Admittedly, this is the first month. They hold a couple billion that is. So if they unload 10% of $1 billion, that's $100 million. It makes a difference. And why it makes a difference is that the Treasury is going to have the Fed bid more bonds. There's going to be more undisclosed bidders. Belgium, i.e. tiny country, just bids big bucks. But of course, what we really know is the Fed is behind that. Now, let's go and see if there's anything else I need to tell you this morning. Over the years, I've charted the money flow by the Ridex funds in and out of the precious metals. And generally speaking, it's been a wild ride. However, as I told you, this basic gold price is ramping today. And I'm finding that the Ridex funds are going up slowly. Now, in a time of show where the hedge funds want to get rid of their stuff and show everybody what they are, the Ridex funds drop like a rock. They seem to inflate more slowly. Let's go back to the Speedo and let's take a look at this. There's something you need to know about this Speedo. The Speedo is posted on my blog. It'll be posted in different investment organs, and you'll be able to take a look at it. If you'll notice, the left-hand sector, which is the safe sector, when the oscillator is very low, is safe up to minus 60 from minus 120. I guess it's because we're used to getting the tar beat out of us. I really don't know. On the overheated side, it's considered overheated, and this is by my empirical observation, from plus 80 to plus 120. All the yellow is indeterminate. Now I have some other graphs that graph it over time that tell you not just where it is, but where it came from. And what you need to know about that is, when you know you're in a riverbed, you know the most likely place when you take the next step is up. If you're on a mountaintop, you know most likely the next step is down. The green is a no sell zone. The red is a no buy zone. And you can figure, if you look at the opposites, then you know what they are as well. So I'll publish it as a public service. The Dow, the Standard & Poor's, and the NAS will be in Peak Picks as part of your weekly service. And I also publish it on some other blogs so that you can see it for subscribers on a, I guess, bi-weekly service. That's about what I got this morning. It's been a whole lot of fun out there. See if I can tap this twice. I'm such a ham. Oh, it turned around. Well, I'm going to the beach today. I think it's going to be a great day. By the way, there's my Tim Hortons cup sitting there. We're in a recession. Canada is officially in a recession. But that doesn't change my attitude of gratitude. Remember your free report, technical report on this particular stock, comes with a subscription. Remember that we have been talking about Eurasian minerals. And please, you can listen to Aretha because you want to, because it's a good song. But don't be no chain of fools. Don't be on anybody's chain. If you're going to use a stop, make it mental. Assess it before the close. And if it looks like you're going to get whacked, get out. That's about what I got for now. I hope you have a great day. I'll be looking forward to seeing and hearing from you. And I hope I can do some good work for you. Thank you very much. Have a great night.